gonna be doing? What if the U.S. lost the Civil War? So let's get into it. So the U.S. would lose it. I'll explain it to you as I'm doing it. So first, I do not want. So first, this area would succeed. I don't want the U.S. to be red after all because they're defending. This entire area would first succeed, doing its part. But since it's succeeding, now the U.S. will go and start to do it. But then another area up here starts to succeed. Then the U.S. would go up there. Then this area would start to succeed. So the U.S. would go over here to go. But then this area starts to succeed from the Union. And eventually all this goes. And that's already a good portion. So many smaller areas start to revolt against the Union, but many states start to stay loyal. Yeah, by the way, Virginia starts to succeed. And then parts of West Virginia start to take. The U.S. would start to fight. But then many more tinier revolts begin happening all across the South. This entire area starts succeeding. It comes to start to destroy these tinier revolts, but they start to connect. And eventually all the U.S. military is stuck in this strip. So they fight. And eventually the U.S. breaks the encirclement and starts to destroy. But then the Civil Union comes. So, this is what the U.S. Civil War is beginning to look like now. And then suddenly, they pay rebel funds up here from a communist and a fascist USA. Communist and fascist. Uh-oh. But eventually, most of the U.S. starts to fall. So eventually, the U.S. surrenders. And now let's look at this treaty. Ow! Communist, fascist, and the slavery. But this area still starts to function. After all, it still has its capital, I think. Okay, but NATO still exists now. And, Alaska still is part of the, Union. But of course, we have to go after the things after the Great Civil War. become neutral for a couple years. Wait, no, a couple decades. And eventually, the Great War of the United States, of the U.S. begins. With fascism and communism working together to defeat this evil, the South and the United States. Let's look at this war with the South and the United States somehow having to work together. I'm surprised I'm saying that. Against the communists. And let's just say it may go in favor of the U.S. and maybe it may go in favor of this. Why does this look like the Pepsi logo?
I'll give it to him. So that's going to be something I have to do. Okay.
Oh, come on, you are probably the reason behind this. Wait, you also. So, bro, why does it never work? Maybe this blue. Let's simply just do this. Sorry for the wait, guys. And this is kind of good. This may or may not grow. Oh! Oh yeah, you probably is the final thing. Now let's see if it works. No. Yeah. When are you gonna work? Bro, why do you never work? this might just be the end of this video. Bye, guys. Geo guy out. Peace.